Hey guys, it's Bri and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Here I'm sharing everything about mindful and holistic ways of moving, nourishing, loving and living according to my experiences. And today we are talking about mindfulness. And we're not just talking about mindfulness, we are going to apply elements of the practice of mindfulness in our lives. Or at least we're gonna learn how to apply it. That's for today. And in the next 6 more days, we're going to create a routine together that you'll be able to practice and take it with you and just do it every single day until the rest of your life, if you want to. I was introduced to mindfulness, I think seven-ish years ago, when I was completely lost and I did not know where to, how to, what to. I was just completely lost. At the time I was doing therapy and my therapist said that, oh, there's this group therapy. It was weeks in, I think it was 12 weeks or 8 weeks of mindfulness. And I'm like, you should go because it might be really good for you. I'm like, nah, what is that? I never heard about it, so probably it's not good. That was my really first encounter with mindfulness. First I was really intimidating because it felt really, really safe, like extremely safe. And then as the weeks went by, it was just something different. I could not really put my finger on. It was just something different that was recharging my world and that was changing my perspective every single second of every single day. And then at first I thought that, oh, it's a quick fix, so I'm gonna do the 8-week and I'm gonna be fine after for the rest of my life. And no, it did not happen that way. So disclaimer, if you think that this video is going to fix your problems, I have to burst your bubbles and unfortunately I have to inform you that no. It will help you to expand your knowledge or expand your perspective on mindfulness and mindful living. Okay, Bri, you've been talking about mindfulness and you share your story about what is mindfulness. But I wanted to put the definition of mindfulness because I thought that without definition, it's not an actual, educational video. And then it came to me, I dropped it and it came to me, you don't have to define things in order to do them. Sometimes we do things and then we define them. And I thought, this is how I've done or I've created mindfulness in my life. So I'm gonna read the definition from this little booklet that I have. I love this book. It's called The Little Pocket Book of Mindfulness. Well, convenient. So here's the definition of mindfulness in written form. To begin with, it is helpful to have a clear understanding what mindfulness is. Deliberately paying attention to things we normally would not even notice and becoming aware of our present moment experiences as it arises, not judgmentally and with kindness and compassion. Now we know, amazing. But then what do we do with this? We understand the concept, we understand the definition. Does it really help us to apply it? Yes, in a certain aspect. So when it was defined for me, I was so focusing on being present, but I could not really define that. I couldn't really do that for myself because I've never done it before. So I started handling mindfulness as a perspective, as an ever unfolding and expanding view that will adjust according to where I am at my journey. So what I'm trying to get to is that allow this definition to sink in right now, to form your perspective or view on the world right at this moment, being present basically. At the same time, allow this definition to expand every time that you step a little bit further, and up in your journey. Okay, that now we know that what mindfulness is, and I gave you some sort of perspective or altitude that how you can define and how you can find your definition. And I encourage you to find your definition. If you don't like this one, that's fine. There are many definitions out there and you can also create your own definition. That's even better because then it comes from you, it comes from your current experiences that you can put into words, which is amazing. I wish I could have done that. So now that we know how we can make the best out of this definition in our current situation, in the present moment, I'm gonna share 3 ways of mine that I started using when I was introduced to mindfulness and I started applying it into my own life and my daily routine. I would say 3 ways or / guidance. The first one was, for me, the most uncomfy one. I called it 2-minute me time. When you have 2 spare minutes to just sit down and be with yourself and try to tap into your own company, try to enjoy your own company, and try to notice that when you're by yourself, what kind of emotions are coming up, and sit with them. This is the uncomfy part. It just really helped me to connect with me right at the beginning and really pinpoint the fact that I'm not comfortable yet in my own company. But it also allowed me to notice that. So there you go. Second, so this one was really great for me to bring awareness to my physical body. And it's also good to know that breathing is helping you create this bridge or recreate this bridge between your conscious and subconscious mind. It also helps you to do a kind of inner cleanse or an inner shower. And last but not least, my absolute favorite one that is basically tricking your mind and your subconscious and unconscious in every single way possible. And it's also bringing your inner child out, is asking questions. Probably you do journaling. If you do journaling, you know that there are prompts, so there are daily questions that you can do for yourself, for shadow work, for inner child work. And just asking yourself questions daily, or when some experience, either a pleasant or non-pleasant experience, arises in your daily life, you can ask yourself, how does it make me feel? How can I make things better for myself to feel a little bit happier, to feel a little bit more fulfilled? All those questions are helping you to uncover some hidden things that you might not know consciously, but it's planted deep within in your subconscious mind. So simply asking questions is going to bring yourself back to yourself and bring yourself back, with that case, in the present moment. I learned this trick when I was in acting school. We were having this warm-up exercise at the beginning of the class, and we were having improvisation. And improvisation, you have to be really present because you have no idea what's coming. So you're just acting out of the present moment, what is given to you in the present moment. And we were having this exercise where we had to use questions and we had to answer with questions as well. And putting those together, like improvising and using questions all the time, it really pulled on our strings to really be in the present moment and ask questions without thinking a second or a minute or so, or hesitating. And I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I hope it was helpful, and I hope that you could find some value. And I encourage you that either pick 1 or 2 or all 3 and start applying them into your daily routine or into your daily life. Make sure that you check out my 90-day guidance on my Patreon, which includes mindful eating, mindful moving, and mindful thinking, where I'm providing all the tools, all the questions, and everything else that I've learned and I used in order to put my life into a mindful living state. Thank you so much again. Now we know what mindfulness is, so we can step to the next level, and I'm gonna see you on day 2. Whew, my mind is full. That was a lame joke. To be or not to be? That is the question. Maybe Hamlet was in mindfulness. Maybe Hamlet was a mindful guy. Maybe he was studying mindfulness without him actually knowing. Because he literally proposes the question, the most important question of all time.